All right.
Should look like a big moco so you could know where.
Yeah, just blow it already. All right, here we go. In 7, 7, 8, 36, 55, 27, 21, 33, 30. Oh no, 29. Yeah. This is episode 29. Welcome to another episode of A Couch Tatoes. To all our video watchers, thank you for joining us once again in the beautiful service known as YouTube. Or if not, maybe we went to another platform. Doesn't matter. Thank you for watching. And then to all the audio listeners, thank you for joining us again. And I always feel bad because I always forget to mention you guys listen. Yeah. But if you are listening, well, I'm pretty sure you now know that we're on Spotify. And we're also on Anchor, the app that helps us very, very much. Thank you, Anchor, for helping us create this thingamajig that we do. But yeah, let's get real deep and serious. Today we have Edward, and Edward only, just like the good old days. I think there's like, in the older episodes, there's like 2 or 3 where it's just you and me.
Yeah?
Yeah, no one behind the camera. Or like at least 2 for sure.
How about with just you and Bruce?
There's like, yeah, about 2 or 3.
And what about you just...
Oh, me, there's like, maybe just 2.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's not a lot,
Okay.
yeah. But yeah, it's us like the good old days, except now we're in a much better setting. Except whenever, oh, you can't even see.
Yeah,
the
that's
posters
it.
fell down, but it's okay.
That's
But here we're back. Great episode last week, and we posted it already. I posted it on time, getting better at that, being consistent. And if anything, if you're watching or listening, more than likely every episode is going to be released on Fridays. It's easier, especially to edit, and then throughout the whole week with school and whatnot, it gives me time to just put that up on time so you guys can enjoy that. And again, we're on Spotify, we're on Anchor, and any other like Google Podcast. So any other platform that you can listen to a podcast on, we're on there. But yeah, we're here, and we're also on Instagram. So, but yeah, let's get started. So let's start with the real deep questions. Edward. What's up? What's happening? What's been happening throughout your week?
just school. Had a midterm on Thursday. Apparently, I didn't do too well, but I'm going to go talk to the professor because I think I did pretty well. Yeah, aside from that, just want to see Shazam tomorrow.
That's right, yeah.
Probably. And then just work. That's about it.
Wow. Just a simple man with big dreams and big desires, you know? That's how I read you, bro. It's I can read people. I don't know if you knew that, but when I look at people, I can kind of see, you know, what they're all about. Is it accurate? Maybe like 10% of the time. But it's the things I can read people. I at least try to read people, and whether I'm accurate or not, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because, you know, at the end of the day, I'm taking the time to look at you and stare at you and
Analyze you
and enjoy your presence. I don't know how I led myself to this topic, but
how's your week going, Louis?
pretty. I just spent some I need to buy like the covers for this thing. Yeah,
you're gonna buy the end. You're gonna squeeze it.
Yeah. This week has been. My spring break is pretty much coming to an end, but it's been pretty good so far.
Did you have 2 weeks?
No, it's just this week.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I know Elec got 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah. Like a lot of the customers at the coffee shop, they go to Elec.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody told me like, yeah, we got 2 weeks. I was like,
2 weeks of what?
excuse me, spring break.
What?
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, but go on.
That's
so it's
weird.
coming to an end.
I'm curious. No, I'm curious about that. Oh, but yeah, it's coming to an end. I hope my knees don't look ashy in this. It's coming to an end, and it was pretty good. Like, I told myself, like, oh, I'm gonna start running every other day now. This whole week I'm gonna work out. But I kind of just took it as a time to like recharge. Like, yeah, I still, you know, did homework, so the usual. Try to keep myself busy, whether it's recording or editing. But no, yeah, I made sure that, you know, try to like recharge my brain, so when I go back, I'm back at it. I'm not like sloshy or just like, oh, like I don't want to be here no more.
You
not
been getting enough sleep?
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Because it's important.
I've caught up on my sleep because as of late, I've been sleeping super late, waking up really early. So as you can see, I'm sleeping now. Every time I talk about it, I get sleepy.
Oh,
No, but it's, for sure. It's not perfect, but I feel like it has been regulated. Now, does that mean I'm gonna start sleeping earlier now? Probably not. But it's it allows me for the opportunity to say yes, I did sleep for a bit, and I feel better now. And it's funny though, because I wish we didn't have to sleep, but it's so
We have to.
yeah, I just have to. Sleep is so important. Cause I know knowing me, like I know my body. I should probably go to the doctor soon. But knowing my body, it's like my body's like, dude, what the heck are you doing? You need to sleep. Cause when I get sick, like
Same.
bad, like But usually I notice when I'm like, I guess on the healthier side, I still get sick, but it's not as bad. Like my recovery is much faster. I don't feel as bad. But yeah, to all the kids out there, sleep is important. If your parents are like, get up, do something. But I need my sleep. Or do you want me to get sick? And then I'll be in bed for another 2 weeks. But if you let me sleep now just for these next 1 or 2 hours, then that's all I'm going to need.
Yep.
But if your parents just, whack you with a belt, tell you to get out, then you should probably get out of the bed.
Good old days.
Oh, yeah, the good old days. The dodging, the shoes, the
Chanclas.
the electrical cord.
The gancho.
Yeah.
Oh man. Those-
With its precision and sting. But we're here. We're grown men. That doesn't happen anymore. We're grown men, and as grown men, I feel like we've made the decision to truly take stand and show our independence that you can't whoop us anymore. Because if you do, I'm not gonna do anything, but I'll just be really mad. And that leads me to my segue. Like when you're mad, you just want to like choke somebody out, right? Or you want to hit somebody. And what if that somebody turns out to be somebody who looks like you, like a doppelganger? And there was a film that kind of displayed that, and that movie was called Us.
Mm-hmm. By
Smooth-
Jordan Peele.
By Jordan Peele. Yeah, it just came out, big hit.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, I've seen it. Edward has seen it.
Yeah.
The rest of the group has seen it. The rest of the group has seen it.
You guys went together, no?
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
we saw it, and then yeah, it was great. It was a great watch.
Did you like it more than Get Out?
No, I actually like Get Out better.
Right?
Yeah.
I think that's the general census.
Yeah, I think. Well, here's my thing.
Why?
Oh, in my opinion, I think Get Out was much. The narrative is much smoother. It's very like you're in your beginning, your middle, and your end.
Yeah,
It's very
just
clear.
A to point B.
Yeah, it's like boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, this one, it's not saying that it's terrible. I don't even want to say that it's not as good or worse. I just think the narrative is much more like you can see the line. Okay, well, this is gonna happen. This is gonna happen. This is gonna happen. But in terms of like the meaning or the understanding of what exactly is happening, it's kind of like it gets muddled. Like I think the first, like if we were breaking down to 3 acts, the first 2 acts were really good. You're like, whoa. In the last act, you're kind of like, wait, what? Oh, and then yeah, spoiler alert. So if you haven't seen it, go watch it. If you have, then enjoy this episode. I feel like I don't know, like I texted a friend of mine. He told me like, oh, like I feel like why didn't Red kill the boy or tie him up or hide him somewhere or why didn't? Because it's clear that Red could have killed. What's her name?
Who?
The main character.
I know. I don't remember her name, but I know who you're talking about.
So
Let me.
yeah, Google that for me.
We
We
got
have
you, fam.
the technology to find this information. I'm trying to think. Wait, let me guess. I know it starts with Adelaide, no?
Yeah, I think. Yeah, Adelaide. Yeah.
Oh,
Look at you.
all right, Adelaide. All right. So Adelaide. So it was obvious that Red could kill Adelaide. Well, in this case, the doppelganger Adelaide. Technically, if we're looking at it from a technical standpoint,
So.
did you understand what happened? Like the twist?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm actually happy you didn't spoil it for me because then
No,
the
see, that's
whole
what I'm
movie-
saying. Yeah, so I didn't want to spoil
I'm
it
super happy for that
because it was
so-
like what?
Okay, so before I go, what would you give Get Out and what would you get Us out of 10? 0 being the worst and 10 obviously the
Well,
best.
just as a fan, I'd give Get Out just why not? I'd give it a 10 out of 10.
Yeah?
Yeah, I thought it was clear.
Alright,
I thought it was like,
alright.
point A to point B. It follows your typical like horror movie storyline, slasher, whatever you want to categorize it.
What
mean,
about us?
Us, probably like a 8.5,
Yeah?
9.
All right,
Yeah,
all
it's still
right.
good. What would you give?
So I'd give Get Out like a 8.5,
Mm-hmm.
9 around
Yeah.
there. Um, but I'd give Get Out. I mean, Us just like a flat out 7, closer to yeah. And the reason for that is because so kind of to answer your question, I love that Jordan Peele did that where Red or the original
Yeah,
Adelaide
the original Adelaide. Yeah.
didn't really kill the kid
Mm-hmm.
because she was the good one of the two twins. So that's
Technically,
why
yeah.
that's why she didn't feel the necessity to harm the whole family.
Mm.
Or at least that's for me, because
Yeah.
she still kept her humanity intact. Whereas Adelaide, the doppelganger, she just rose up, eating raw rabbits. So to her, violence was
True.
there
Yeah.
from the
Second
beginning.
nature.
Yeah. So that's why she had no problem in killing
Mhm.
the other doppelgangers, because she's like, all right, you're not a real human. You're just like me. I'm gonna kill you.
True.
Whereas the original Red was like, or the original Adelaide was like, all right, don't harm these people because they're actually humans, you know?
Yeah.
So that's why I feel like she didn't harm the kid. Maybe it was that whole like motherly son connection where it's
Mhm.
like, okay, maybe you're not necessarily my kid, but you're kind of my kid. And then I also give it a 7 because when you notice that she's the original, it just flips it all
Yeah. You're
into a
like.
different perspective, you know?
Yeah.
It makes you think if the kid and the daughter, they're a hybrid now.
They're hybrids.
They're between being humans
Yeah.
and between just being clones.
Well, mainly the son.
Yeah.
He's the main one that you can see.
Yeah, you can see that, especially at the ending, because Jordan Peele left it at such a, like...
Oh, and he stares at her?
Yeah,
and he
leaves
kind
it
of like.
at such a white... Yeah, so I feel like he knows that her mom's the doppelganger,
Uh-huh.
because he spent time with the original. So maybe
Yeah,
the original told him, like, hey...
This is my story.
Yeah, this is my actual
This is my
story. I'm
story.
supposed to be your mom. And so the kid kind of, knows that she's the
Yeah.
fake. And then I love the fact that you could see the whole Hands Across America at the end.
Yeah.
That's why they're all
Yeah.
wearing red. But I also give it a 7 because it really did a good job on literally like the first, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
If you really analyze the first 20 minutes, you could find the rest of the movie.
Yeah.
Because there's so many foreshadowing in it where they're like talking about how the daughter, why did she stop cross country? And then her doppelganger, literally, she's like a, Olympic level like runner. So it shows you what could have happened if the girl. Same thing with the kid, the son. But yeah, I'd give it a 7 because it had too many messages. That's why I feel like it got muddier.
So you throwing a lot at
Yeah.
you.
Whereas in Get Out was just one message. It's just like, hey, there's still this difference between.
Or if anything, message like let's say there's more messages that were kind of decipherable. Like you can kind of like, oh, okay.
Yeah, because I mean, in Us, one of the messages was about social standings.
Mm-hmm.
How you see how there's a difference between like 3 classes in there. One being their friends that are like super rich.
Yeah.
The other ones being them, which are supposed to, I guess they're supposed to be like middle class.
Yeah.
And then the clones are supposed to be the lower class where they barely get like any subsistence, any education, any of that. But then there's also that like the Santa Cruz boardwalk. I don't know if you noticed, but when she first went in as a little girl into the mirror room, it was it had something to do with like a Native American.
Yeah, that's right.
And when they go back,
there's a wizard.
it's Merlin's.
Oh,
Merlin's forest or whatever.
We're going to get specific.
So it's supposed to be like, white people.
Times have changed.
White people going into, Native American land and taking over, if you will, or whatnot.
That's funny. I didn't even think about it like that.
But there's that message too. So that's what I'm saying. There's a lot of like small little things.
Yeah.
Because honestly, I was like, all right, what's going on? Where's this movie going? I'm
it's like, whoa, wait a minute.
Yeah. But that's why I'd give it a 7. Not necessarily. It's not a bad movie. It's pretty
Yeah.
cool. But there was a lot of things going on. I
Yeah,
was like,
yeah.
whoa. But yeah, that whole ending, just the last thing, puts everything back into
Yeah,
perspective.
that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm like, no, I don't want to spoil it because I think it's key. And here's the thing, and I remember I was talking to Bruce, how you can kind of, if you pay attention, you can kind of see that Adelaide is really, and I did quotation marks with that, the fake, the doppelganger Adelaide. So okay, how do we do it? So we'll say Red, Red is essentially the original little
Yeah,
girl.
she's the original.
She was a little girl. But what happened is the Adelaide that you see in the movie, she essentially switched places with her.
Yeah.
She choked her out, dragged her, and she left her there. And they essentially grew up into
Okay,
adulthood.
so
Yeah.
before that, before you go back, the clones, it's established they're an experiment from the government, right?
That's the other thing too. Like, what the? Like,
So
who? Yeah.
yeah,
who,
like who? But just so that they know, like,
Yeah.
who's switching. So they're a government experiment, clones basically
Of everybody.
of everybody. But I feel like it was mainly focused in the Santa Cruz
Yeah.
thing.
But well, the thing is, because I know, but I mean, you also got to think the whole line is
Yeah.
going like and there's
Yeah.
like fires, helicopters. So
But point is, they're an experiment.
yeah,
They established the fact that they have no soul, which is why they kind of made them to control people. Because they also say that they have the power to control humans. I mean, they look just like humans. They bleed just like humans. They just don't talk, and they have no soul. So go on. They switch as little girls.
Oh yeah, so they switch. So to clarify, so the main protagonist, Adelaide, I guess the quote unquote hero that you see, is really
like
the villain in this story. Meanwhile, the villain, which is Red, is really a victim of
What happened?
what happened when she was a kid. Which is funny because again, if you pay attention, so now hopefully that's clear. If you pay attention, when they kind of like, for example, when they do the scene when she's like, I want my daughter back. She's not talking. This and that.
Yeah, you could.
You're like, wait a minute. In the beginning, it's like, oh, maybe she's PTSD. She's traumatized. But then once that you learn the twist, you're like, oh,
that makes sense.
Because she can't talk. She's a clone. She doesn't know what's going on. She doesn't know these people exactly. Oh, at least she knows them, but through their doppelgangers.
Yeah,
Meanwhile, she doesn't know who her real parents are. So then that happens, and then and then also like for example, when I think it's the daughter, the doppelganger daughter, when she's like in the tree dying pretty much.
Oh yeah.
And then Adelaide is just kind of like looking at her, like not almost feeling sorry, but kind of like, oh my gosh, like kind of like when you see an animal dying,
Yeah.
and you want to put it out of its misery, yeah, because she could have just like, like I gotta get rid of her, but she just watches her almost in agony, and it's like, wait, what? And then also like when the doppelganger son is going into the flames, and she's kind of reaching out like, no, don't do it, and it's like, wait a minute, why? Like you almost try to burn your whole family up. And then the other one was the most obvious one was the sounds when she was grunting. When she killed the girl, like, and I was like, wait a minute.
And again, that kind of goes back to my thing of her being so violent. Why is she this violent, but her doppelganger, the one that supposedly kills, isn't? So you would tell, like, okay, something fishy's going on with these two.
Yeah.
But, yeah, like I said, there's a lot of foreshadowing in the movie that you don't notice until you get to the end of the movie. But
yeah, and it's funny because when you think about it, like at the end of the day, like yes, Adelaide stole original Adelaide's life, pretty much stole her life, her family, everything. And we could say like, oh, in that case, her kids aren't her kids, but technically they are her kids. The boy, the girl, then her husband, that's her husband. Like that's her family, regardless of whether she's a doppelganger. She essentially assimilated into, I guess, above land humans, I guess, if you categorize them as that. So it's weird because at the end you're like, well, that's her family still technically. Meanwhile, Red was burdened with essentially the whack, crappy version of the land people. Yeah, but yeah, it's weird because anything. Wait, so who's the villain and who's the hero? Because Adelaide pretty much fights for her family. Like she goes crazy Wolverine, like killing people left and right, whoever gets in
Oh,
their
yeah.
way. But then it's like, wait a minute. So is she evil? Is she? I mean, what she did was evil, but then it's also maybe because again she was just trying to escape. She found a way out, and also another thing that I also didn't realize is when she's going down to the whatever the whole
Yeah,
thing was.
because
Yeah,
you just see layers of
Yeah.
of stairs.
she knew
Yeah.
exactly where to go.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's like, oh wait a minute.
You know, there's something else that I saw, like online, was that when they're eating together,
Yeah.
you see her not eating, and you also see the little kid not eating.
Oh,
While
like,
the dad is eating and the daughter,
daughter,
are
right?
eating. And it's seen that the clones will not eat because they were traumatized of having to eat raw rabbits.
Oh, raw rabbit.
So anything that kind of resembles that or remembers that,
Oh,
that's why they don't eat meat.
yeah.
Which is why she wasn't eating. And it kind of again goes back to the kid. So like,
How he's half. He's because the girl.
because I think that's what the whole mask is supposed to symbolize. You know, like
Yeah.
when he's not wearing it, he's like
Oh.
a clone, and when he does, that's his
him.
like that's actual him or whatever.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's a good point. If I'm correct, the mask he's wearing, is it a Chewbacca mask? Right?
I don't remember.
Is it a Chewie mask?
It resembles something like
Yeah.
that.
So that's what I thought. I just thought, oh, maybe, but I don't think that has a lot.
But there's just like a couple of theories out there about like how at some point the original kid got switched with his clone as well. Because as I mentioned, the clones eventually got the power to
Yeah.
control the originals. And if you notice, the kid and his clone are the only ones that have that
Yeah.
connection. So it's
weird,
like
yeah.
if the clone has the power to control the original, would that mean that the original was the one that actually burnt? Because if you notice, the kid, you know, he's the one that's backing up.
Yeah.
So he's the one controlling, not the clone.
No, yeah,
quote
I remember
unquote.
that.
So it's like,
The only thing about that though is the mouth, the burn mouth. So that's the only part where I'm like, unless he like super healed and
so I saw this online, so I'm not gonna take credit for it,
I'm
but
confirming it that it was.
I did see that they did go into that whole burning thing
Mhm.
because they said that the original kid the year before, he was able to do the whole magic trick properly, but at some point it went wrong, and
Yeah.
that's when he burnt half his face.
Mm.
And I guess that's when he went to the beach, to the same place, and then they switched. And that's why the
Oh.
clone can't do the whole thing properly, you know? That's why, because the clone apparently only saw it once. He saw the
Yeah.
magic trick once. And that's why he can't replicate it, because he never really got the whole trick. Whereas the kid
Oh.
actually mastered the trick. That's why he could
Yeah.
do fire like nothing. Because if you notice, he just comes out
Yeah.
with the stick and it instantly gets on fire.
Mhm.
So it's like, okay, I can see where this is going. Maybe they did switch. The one problem with that is that the kid can speak English fluently.
Yeah, that's the thing.
But the clones aren't supposed to speak
Mhm.
English. So that's the only...
Yeah, like there wouldn't be enough time for him to develop
Exactly,
that.
in 1 year where it
Yeah.
took the mother, like...
Her whole
it wasn't-
life, yeah.
Yeah, but it wasn't established that it took her whole life. It
True.
never established
How fast
long,
she assimilated.
Exactly.
Yeah. Mm.
But if the kid and the clone did switch, the mom's a clone herself, so she would have,
Yeah,
noticed. She would have been like, okay, why can't my kid?
yeah.
talk?
Because I mean, if any, let's say the theory is right, I would assume the switch would have been when he sees the clone in the beach and he's walking to it. That could have been, because then that also mean the reason why the doppelganger, his lips are sealed with the burn is because the clone did it, knowing that he can talk.
Yeah.
That he burned his
I mean, that
mouth,
could- yeah,
and he
that could
can't.
also
All he
be.
can do is growl.
Mhm.
But then comes the argument. Okay, how long would it have taken? And then how come I wouldn't think it took the boy like just a couple to turn into like essentially a dog almost.
Yeah, yeah.
So I mean, it's plausible, but there's also some little holes that you got to fill in. But I don't know. But that's a good one.
Yeah. That out of all the ones that I saw, I only saw like 3 of them. That one was like, okay, there's
Yeah, 'cause-
actually small evidence or whatever amount that.
Yeah, because also remember Adelaide is panics. She's
Yeah.
like, "Where is he? Where is he?
Yeah.
Where is he?" Because she knows like how they think. So if his clone found him, then he would for sure take advantage and switch it over.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's a good one. But yeah, it's funny because in the end, and let's say the theory is disproved, right? And it is the original, just him, the regular boy. At the end, it's funny because he knows, like it's not said or stated, but the way he looks at his mom, he knows. He's like you're not my real. Whoa, you're not the original.
Yeah, like that. That's the.
Yeah.
Like I saw that was literally left to interpretation by Jordan Peele on purpose, because he wants everybody to like. Because I guess the other analogy to the movie is that you yourself are the monster. Because at the end, you know, like she was the villain all along, so it's like you gotta reevaluate yourself. And
after killing a bunch
of
clones.
So that some people say like the kid is looking at the mom to like symbolize that, like, hey, you gotta check yourself.
Yeah.
But then it's again like, why does the mom just smile at the end? Because she gives that creepy little smirk that she used to have as a kid. But that's what I'm saying. There's things that after I saw the movie and I searched it, made it that much better for me. But the fact that I had to go out of my
research
way
and try to find more.
Yeah, I'm like, this is a lot. And I also like the fact that she's Mexican.
What are you talking about?
Adelaide, she's Mexican.
Wait,
you don't know? Yeah, she's Mexican.
Whoa, yeah, explain that to me.
We did. Her name, the actress is Lupita Nyong'o.
Yeah.
So her father was
oh wait, are you talking about the actress or the character?
No, the actress. Like I like that part.
I thought you were talking about the character. I'm like, wait a minute, when was this released?
Yeah, no.
Oh no, yeah, okay.
But the fact that she's Mexican, I'm like, all right. That's pretty cool. That
I thought I was like,
no.
Mexico. Where? When did this happen in the movie?
And then her husband was the same actor for Killmonger.
Yeah. Oh no.
No, the other dude.
The
one
Jabari tribe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, that dude's big. Like,
it's so funny because I don't know if you noticed this. I kind of noticed it. I don't know if it had to do with anything with it, but kind of like he had his university sweater on. And the way he talks.
Was it the UCI or?
No, I think it was Howard.
Oh, Howard University. Harvard, wasn't it? Or Howard?
I think it was Howard. I don't know. But it was.
But I saw it.
So it's funny because even based on the trailer, I'm thinking, oh, does this have something to do with the message or whatever behind it? Kind of like. I don't know how to explain it. But for example, when he's like. When they're listening, I Got 5 on it. The song.
Damn,
and
that reminds me.
He's like, it's a classic, whatever, right? But the way he says it, I'm like, like, in your mind, like, for example, like the idea of I'm gonna act hood, I'm gonna go about it. Like when he goes, you want to get crazy, let's get crazy. But it sounds almost unnatural. Mm-hmm. Like, because, I don't know, because in the moment, everybody's freaking terrified. Yeah. But that's his way of like, you know what, like, I'm gonna handle my business. But
yeah, like, I guess he was trying to be the thug because thugs are supposed to.
Yeah, there you go. Thuggish, yeah, there you go.
Now that you mentioned that, I remembered another thing that you could have tell.
Keep going.
That Adelaide was a clone. Because if you notice when she's snapping to 5 on it, she's off beat.
Yeah.
Which shows that, you know, when she was a kid, underground, she didn't have that. What, let's say a 6-7-year-old span.
Yeah, and the original actor was a dancer.
Yeah, which is why, you know, she did well upstage because she was just imitating the original, and you're just like, damn. Again, there's much that you don't notice until the end, but
it's crazy.
It's crazy.
I think after the fact, it becomes much more. I think for me, the film becomes much better.
Oh yeah.
After, but obviously you got to do your own thing. But I think that's kind of what Jordan Peele wants you to do. I think if he's able to make you want to go online, search up theories, try to figure it out, go watch it again. Yeah. I think he's okay. My job is done. That's exactly what I did. But no, yeah, dude. I mean, I think after I sit in, I was like, man, this is good. Okay, first, here's one thing. I know it's categorized as a horror movie, and essentially it is. I just thought it was gonna be a little scarier.
Yeah, like, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, it's easy to handle. Like, it's not like intense. I didn't think it was as intense as I thought it was going to be. Where I was gonna be like, oh my gosh, I'm not gonna sleep tonight. But no, man, overall, it was more like, I guess it feels in that slasher, like
Yeah, it's more
Michael
of
Myers
a,
going after you. Yeah.
but definitely
No, yeah, it's.
Jordan Peele knows.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing. Yeah, I think as of now he's 2 for 2. I don't know what else. I could have swore I saw that he was working on something else.
I also love that Home Alone reference that they did.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and the kids are like, "What's that?" And it's like, "Oh damn, we're already reaching another generation." And then they also referenced the movie Lost Boys.
Yeah.
When
the beach, no?
Yeah, when Adelaide says like, "Oh, they're filming a movie in the carousel or whatever,"
Mm-hmm.
that was from the Beach Boys, the Lost Boys from Santa Cruz as well. Which apparently, if you go to Santa Cruz, they have a whole little like tour from the spots of that movie. Pretty cool.
No, I think. Oh, that's right. I forget. So I just googled projects Jordan Peele is working on because I don't see what else.
And he's doing the Twilight Zone.
He's doing. I know some episodes are out now already, but I think
I
it's.
thought only one was out, or did they?
I think it's because
more?
it's through a streaming service. It's like Netflix, but I think for like CBS or something like that. So I think but I think
I know you can watch the first one on YouTube.
Yeah, so they do that. They do first episode for free, and then after that, subscribe or sign up.
So is he just the commentator for the show, or is he also like a writer for some of the episodes?
Let's see if I'm as well based off before I read this. To my knowledge, I know he's like the narrator guy. He's like welcome to Twilight Zone, but I think he's also a producer. Yeah, he's executive producing, hosting, and narrating. Okay. So he's not gonna be like a consistent character in the stories, but in the overall arc of the show, he's gonna be the main guy. Yeah,
he has a big role.
I'm curious because I mean I used to watch the original Twilight Zone. Like,
oh yeah,
I used to be
that
like,
one's crazy.
Like, what
that show's crazy.
Like I'll never forget this. The one I always remember is first the one with the guy on the plane and he sees a monster on the wing. I don't know if you've seen that one when he goes crazy.
I don't think.
He's like, there's a monster out on the wing, and everybody's like holding him. They don't believe him. Another one that I'll forever remember is when there's this guy, he just wants to read or be alone.
Oh, that's my favorite.
So he gets into the safe, and then the world ends, right?
Yeah, because there's like an atomic bomb.
Yeah, he survives. Yeah, and he gets out, but then he breaks his glasses.
Yeah, because I think he finds a book he's been looking for.
Yeah.
Or something, and he's walking downstairs of the bank essentially where he worked at.
Yeah,
he leans over and his glasses. And now he can't see.
Yeah, so he just laughs and crazy. He's like, and crying.
Yeah, because it's ironic.
It's like, yeah, for me, I was like, wow. As a little kid, I was like, whoa. Like, oh, that's crazy.
No, that's my favorite episode. I like it.
I know he's doing that. And then, I know he's also doing Candyman. I don't know if you've seen the original movie.
He's doing Candyman?
Yeah, he's doing like I don't know if it's a reboot, remake, or a sequel. But I know, he's doing that. So I'm excited. Especially because he's taking the helm of it. He's going to be working on that. Have you seen the original Candyman?
Probably like when I was a little bit. When I was a little kid, I mean.
I remember I first saw it way long time ago. I was like, oh my gosh. And if I'm correct, I could be wrong. But I know it's also significant because for the first time, and I know for some people will be like, oh, well, you're putting a black guy in the position of a murderer or something. Mm-hmm. But in this case, it was for the first time ever in a position of the antagonist. But as a main character, not just as he's a thug and he killed my family. No, he's like the main. He's the guy behind the story. He's the foundation of the tale. But yeah, I don't know if he was the first one, but he essentially it was a big role though.
Yeah,
because it wasn't usual. So I remember seeing that, but when you look at the story, the folktale behind the character in the movie, it's so like, oh my gosh, like what the heck. Can I tell you?
Go for it.
So if I'm correct, I could be wrong, but I think what it was that Candyman. I don't know if it's post Civil War, during Civil War, but he falls in love with a white woman.
Okay.
And then they fall to do things together, and then he gets caught. So what they do is they put honey on his, I think, body or hands or something, and then they hang him, almost essentially crucify him, and then honeybees come or something, and essentially eat him. They eat him alive or whatever. Damn. No, they essentially turn him into like a nest.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's one of his hands but I know his body's like destroyed. So then after that, he comes back with a vengeance in the spirit of Candyman. So I think there's a scene when he like reveals his coat, and it's like, I forgot what it was. I don't know if it's like his guts or if it's like an actual honeycomb. Just, and it's crazy. It's really intense. It's good. I like it a lot. But yeah, it's like, you know when they say, "Oh, Bloody Mary," say in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Whatever, it's like that. It follows
'cause
that.
I remember you had to say his name 3 times.
Something like that. Yeah,
And he would
in the mirror,
appear.
and they'd be like, whatever, and then and then his hand was a hook now or something.
Yeah.
But sorry. Oh, okay. Hold on, let me check on the time. But keep talking.
Go for it.
What else are you excited for? Maybe any of the movies that's coming out.
Actually, Pet Cemetery.
Oh.
I've been looking for the original because I haven't seen it, but apparently out of all the movies that were originally made out of Stephen King's books,
Yeah.
he came out in this one. He came out in the original Pet Cemetery.
Oh, I think he came out as the funeral or the one who's
I don't remember
the Reverend now.
but he apparently in an interview he did state that out of all the movies that were adapted from his books, that one was the only one that actually scared him.
Phew.
So I mean,
It's twisted.
for you to
Yeah.
scare the
original writer
of the book that knows what's gonna happen, that speaks volumes.
Yeah, no,
So I want to see the original. Just
Oh, you
so
haven't
that
seen it yet?
Nah, just so
Oh,
that I
okay.
could compare it to the new
the
one.
new one that's coming out. Yeah, I've seen, you know, on YouTube, like they'll give you like 10 clips or something
Yeah.
sometimes on movie. So I've seen all of those clips. Yeah, it's really like the idea of. I mean, I don't think it's a spoiler.
Because I mean I read the overview of the.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And it's basically like they move into this house that I mean it's behind like their backyard. It's so super close to like a forest.
Yeah.
And beyond the forest is this cemetery that was belonged to, I think, Native Americans or so, like a certain tribe.
It's like a Wendigo curse or something.
Yeah,
like
but
that.
it was cursed where you bury something and they come back.
Come back,
But
different,
obviously,
yeah.
you know, there's
Yeah.
always that, like, which I love.
There's a
'cause,
catch to everything. Yeah.
I mean, you always have to lose something to get something,
Mhm.
which I love. I mean, if you read like Batman, you know, Ra's al Ghul with this,
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Lazarus Pits, you could come back, but you lose a certain part of your of who
almost
you are.
soulless. Yeah.
Yeah, so I know that in the movie they bury somebody or something, it
Mhm.
comes back, and then you know they don't learn their lesson and they bury somebody else.
Yeah, it is.
And I'm like, all right, who does that?
Yeah.
But that's why I want to watch the movie.
Yeah, it's easier when you say it like that. It's like, oh, these idiots. But when you look, like, because the book is almost worse, and not worse in the sense that it sucks, but worse in the sense of what happens, and kind of like, oh my gosh, like the reason now you kind of get why they do what they do, but then also like, oh my, like it's just sad, it's just twisted. So seeing it, like me actually seeing it, I was like, oh man, like
I love
It's
the poster though.
Oh,
it's
the one,
like,
yeah.
It's just the shadow of like kids walking in
Yeah.
like a line, but they all have like a different animal head on them. I'm like, yo,
Yeah.
that's sick. That's tight.
And I recently, it's funny because I recently saw a video. I forgot what it was. Hold on. Ay. Sorry, guys. You know my agent calls me every now and then. All right. So let's see. Oh my gosh! I just had a brain for it. What was I gonna say? Oh, he kind of explains and compares the original with the movie, with the new one now, and the actual book itself. And then it kind of, because they do switch some things on in the new one,
Well, yeah, they
but it still has, it almost kind of intensifies certain aspects of the book and the original movie, like more than the original did.
Mhm.
But no, I mean, based on what I've seen, because I decided to go read the plot of the new one, and I'm like, oh man, like it's, because I know some people hate it, some people love it, but it's one of those things that if you understand kind of what the characters are going through and why they do it, then it makes sense. You're like, okay, this movie's good. It works for me. But no, yeah, I mean, there's
I want to see that one. Obviously, Shazam, like they
Shazam's going
said.
nuts, right? They said good reviews are coming in.
Yeah, and then is it next week that Daredevil? No, not Daredevil. Hellboy comes out, or is that
Might be next week.
after Avengers?
No, it might be next week.
Yeah, because I know.
Because I know they're for sure not releasing Avengers weekend.
No,
Because every movie studio is like, do not 26, don't do it. push
Yeah,
it or
so I
put
mean,
it
there's
forward.
there's just a bunch of movies back to back.
Yeah,
to
no.
back.
Oh,
I'm like,
even
oh,
Joker. Oh, that's right. I wanted to
the
talk about that for a
Joker,
bit.
yeah.
Joker. Did you see the trailer?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
What do you think? What do you think
It's
about it?
pretty cool. I mean, for a lot of people, it might be like a 50-50.
Yeah.
But if you read the Killing Joke, if I remember correctly, the
Mhm.
comic that resembles the closest origin story to the Joker, it's pretty
Pretty
good,
accurate.
like to the movie, because the Joker doesn't have a definitive origin story.
Yeah, there's never like one single.
Because at the even this one, which is the most universally accepted one, the Killing Joke, at the end he literally states like, I'm so crazy I don't even remember if that's actually how it goes.
Oh,
So the writer kind of puts it back out there
Yeah.
like, okay, this may be not even the
yeah.
way.
Or it's even kind of explains, well, not entirely, but the idea of the Dark Knight when he tells the two stories and is about to say the last one to Batman, and it kind of like, oh yeah, maybe he's just so crazy that he changes it. He just really can't remember.
Yeah.
But I know the origin story that I remember the most comics. I don't know if it was called the Red Hood when he had that red capsule on his head.
Yeah, I mean that's part of the Killing
Killing
Joke.
Joke. Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay, my bad.
Because basically he was a stand-up comedian
Who sucked?
he sucked. Like nobody would laugh at his jokes.
Yeah.
But he had a wife
That's
who
right,
was
yeah.
already pregnant, and they were living in like a super shabby apartment in Gotham, and the place he was like the bar he was basically doing his comedy at. Somebody offered him a job of like, hey, we want you to wear this,
Mm-hmm.
go steal something, or hold this this chemical plant up because they have a lot of money. He goes, unbeknownst to him, Batman is already
there.
working, and he in the comic he can't really see past like,
Yeah.
let's say like 5 feet, so he doesn't even know where he's going. He ends up tipping over the rails because it's like a whole metal walking line so that
Mhm.
you could see the chemicals. I think Batman trips him and he goes against the rails. He trips over. He lands in the chemical waste. Yeah, he lands in the chemical waste, and that's when he essentially goes crazy.
Goes insane, right?
He
His
goes,
skin.
yeah,
turns
his
different.
skin turns white, like pale white. His hair turns green. But that's again at the end. That's when he's like, "Oh, I made it out the sewers, came outside," and then he doesn't remember
Yeah.
anything that just
It's
happened.
just
And he's
insane.
just like, which again I liked from the movie
Mhm.
because they show that he's a stand-up comedian. He's a clown essentially.
Trying, yeah.
But I think this one was his mom instead of like his wife.
Oh yeah, his mom is. Oh, he's taking care of his mom. I'm
Yeah,
assuming.
yeah.
His mom, yeah.
Which again, a lot of people may not like this movie because they think it's just like the Joker was just
Oh, trying to make you feel bad almost for him.
this one's like, because I think this is an origin story.
Yeah.
And a lot of people just think of the Joker as a crazy person.
Yeah, but he was a regular
He
individual
was
before.
just
Yeah.
a regular human who, for some reason, can see things in a different light, which makes him. That's why he's like a Batman's worst adversary.
Yeah, because he's just almost. First, he has almost nothing to lose, and he just his way he sees things is just so different.
Because he's so crazy.
Yeah, he's so insane. He's like,
and again, he's like, he plans things ahead, which again makes you think like,
wait, which people forget, he's a mastermind.
Yeah,
Like, he's
like-
not dumb. Yeah,
whatever was in that chemical thing.
it made him almost a genius.
Yeah, like this dude basically became a new person.
Yeah.
Which in this movie, I hope they show. Cause
Yeah.
I mean, it looks like he's essentially a loser in this movie. You know, he gets picked on, and this, and then at the end, you just saw people with like a bunch of clown masks, and you're just like,
It's like, what's
whoa.
happening? Yeah.
Like how did he go from being a loser to all of a sudden a V for Vendetta thing at the end where everybody's
Yeah. So,
with his cause.
which is also why I kind of like the trailer, because it gives you enough to start asking questions and kind of Google things, but it's not too much where you already know what's going on.
Yep.
It's a taste.
Yeah,
you don't know what
yeah.
exactly it's gonna be. Well, and I've read the rumors and reports that it's gonna be a rated R.
Oh no way!
I hope it is, because there's especially with Joaquin Phoenix, the actor,
I love that.
who
dude.
goes really intense with his
Yeah,
voice.
yeah.
it's gonna be like open, like okay, do obviously not too intense, but do what you want essentially with this. And you can kind of see too, like in the beginning when he gets beat up, he's wincing in pain. Meanwhile, the second time he gets beat up in that scene on the train, he's almost like laughing at it.
Yeah.
Like,
He's essentially getting into the character.
yeah.
Of,
And then the best line I think that's said that kind of sums up who he is. He says, "Oh, I used to think my life was a tragedy, but now I see that it's a comedy."
yeah.
And it's like. And yeah, for example, that's why Batman, as much as he wants to kill him, he's like, and then he says, "Well, I'm not like you." At the end of the day, it's like they're perfect for each other. They're the perfect opposites. And it's like,
also love the fact that he. I don't know if you noticed, but if you see his like physique, it's so weird.
Yeah,
like he has
skinny.
a big rib cage, but then his stomach is like way in, and you're just like, it goes back into that struggle. Like they have no money.
Yeah.
You know? But good actor.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Oh,
I can't wait. And perfect timing to October. Around Halloween time, everybody's kind of like dressing up. And it's so crazy. And then there's one shot. People are like, their theories are that that's young Bruce. But when he's like, there's a little boy and he like makes him, he does like a smile thing on
that
him.
one?
Yeah, people are assuming, they're theorizing that that's young Bruce Wayne. Which also comes into effect, okay, obviously this is Joker, right? So they going with the story because obviously this is what late 70s, early 80s. They're saying that's,
something like that.
And so the thing is, okay, wait. So is this Joker, or is this Joker the one who inspires the one that eventually goes up against Batman and whatnot? Because if it is correct and they're going with this storyline, that means Batman is a kid or Bruce is a kid here. So then it's kind of like wait, kind of like with what Gotham is doing now. I don't know if you've seen they released that video, like a trailer with Jerome, or I don't know. I haven't been watching lately. Have you watched Gotham?
Nah.
So I mean, the guy who they were hinting is a Joker, but they never confirmed it. So now he's come back. I forgot who though, because he has a twin brother. It's crazy, but one of them comes back, and his name is Jay now, but his face is white. He wears a purple suit with his hair. He looks like a clown.
Yeah.
So people are saying, "Oh, that's a Joker." So it's crazy. So. In that case, that shows that the Joker, he's only slightly older than Bruce. So it shows that okay, they're adversaries, they're enemies since the beginning. You know, on this one, it's kind of like, okay, who is the Joker playing? Like, who is, you know what I mean?
Okay, I see. Because the thing is, they never really established what's the age difference between the Joker and the Batman. But like I said, in this origin one, Batman's already an adult. And the Joker was an adult too, but they never said
how old. Yeah, the difference.
And then the thing is, there's like 3 Jokers now in the comics, so you don't know which one's which. Because the thing about the comics is that they've stated Batman knows there's 3 of them. The original, like the one that was portrayed by what's his face? He's always at Laker games.
Oh, Jack Nicholson.
Yeah. You know, the mobster Joker.
Oh, okay.
The original Joker. Then the second one was the one that we basically kind of grew up with. Yeah. The other Joker. And then the third Joker being the one that cut his face off in the comics. But the thing is, they all share the same memories. Yeah. And it's always like, okay, how...
So almost kind of like a reincarnation?
Yeah, if you will. So there's always that, okay. Yeah. What's that age difference? Is that potentially Batman as Bruce Wayne? There's just so much.
Yeah, it's a lot. But I mean, I'm excited. I honestly can't wait. Yeah, I just double checked the time. We're at 52 now. Oh, so I think this is a good spot. I was kind of like, oh, maybe we might do 30 minutes today or something. But we kind of just flowed with it. I think we're good pairing, you and I. I see it. But that being said, yeah, Joker's insane. I can't wait for the movie.
And there's also like Detective Pikachu for me at least.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, there's so much, man. I'm
really trying to take all my money, man.
Yeah, and then Hobbs and Shaw, that spinoff from Fast and Furious, is coming out as well.
I don't know if I want to see that.
I kind of want to see because it's just so over the top. They went from street racing to fighting a guy who apparently has a bulletproof, like, indestructible suit on.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know how I feel about that.
I want to see because it's like I want to see explosions and everybody just go everywhere. But yeah, and then I think if I'm correct, Star Wars Episode 9 comes out this year. If I'm correct, maybe I could be wrong.
What Star Wars movie came out last year?
I think Han Solo. Solo.
That was
original.
not yet last year.
No, that was 2 years ago.
I think so.
Oh, then yeah, I think because they usually wait a year and then they release.
Yeah.
Oh, so it might be this year. I'm excited. But yeah, so you're the guest today, Edward. Video of the week, or you want to complain a minute?
I'll watch the video.
All right, here we go. So video of the week. So let me put it up. Make sure the volume is up because I hate when there's no volume. Oh, there's no volume on here. Where is it?
What?
Oh, there isn't. That's unfortunate. Even let me choose one with some sound. Let's see. Yeah, because I mean it's funny, but I want to show you one with sound.
You know what video I've been stuck on right now? The Jesus Christ.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
I love that dude.
Oh, here we go. This is funny. Here we go. And to audio listeners, I'm showing Edward a video of two individuals about to engage in a bit of fisticuffs.
Yeah, discussion.
Can we not talk while I'm standing here and you standing down there? Listen, you listen. I just need you to turn and go down. You keep walking up.
Listen, motherfucker, I ain't trying to fucking fight you.
All right, buddy, go downstairs.
No, fucking shake my head.
Oh, he got Spartan kicked. It's my house. Hey, yo, I would have done the same.
He warned them. He said, "Don't come up here." And they,
I mean, you're at a disadvantage from down there. This dude just
big
took
guy too. I don't know why you want to go up.
that. Yo, that's kind of funny because it's like
He kind of
he told you don't come up.
He did, regardless of what was happening. He told you, "Don't come up here, bud." But that being said, that was the video of the week. Thank you, Edward, for joining me today. This is when I shake your hand, Edward. Appreciate it. Like the good old days. But that being said, thank you guys for watching. And again, if you're listening, we're on Spotify, we're also on Anchor, and most other podcast apps. And that being said, thank you for watching. Shout out to Zendaya. Shout out to Kier for supporting us. And thank you guys for watching. Subscribe. Follow us on Instagram at Potatoes on Couch. All of our individual stuff is down in the description below. But if you are listening, again, go to our main Potatoes on Couch and you'll find all our other single stuff there. And we hope to be back soon with the rest of the group. And we'll be posting some other content soon as well. So stay excited, stay tuned for that. And as always, stay fat with the PH, and God bless. We'll see you next time.